This program, we're going to work with strings. So let me begin. File, New, Class, and File Chart. What I mean by that is when you go, let's say you're working for a dentist or a doctor. Oh, I forgot to tell them actually where to put this one in example 12. Finish. Sometimes I don't look. So you're working for a dentist's office or a doctor's office or a lawyer's office, and you have to file these charts. Well, you need to file them alphabetically. You need to know which one goes first, which one goes second. We can actually have Java tell us which one goes first, which one goes second, even if you have the name of the person on them. So this one, again, the program is going to file charts at doctor's office. I don't know. We're going to take two names. We're going to read the first and last name of both people. I'm only doing for two people. So the first and last, I'm going to read them separate. Then I'm going to put the names together to make one name out of them for each one of them. Person one, person two. Then I want to check and see which one goes first, you know. So put the first and last name together to make the full name. Missing. Then compare the names to see which one should be first, which one second. Just to practice with some of the string operations there. So here we go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go right here. Import. So we're going to import. So we're going to use a string. We're going to use geo option pen or scanner. I'll do a scanner since I'm on a roll with the scanner. So I'll do a scanner. So import java.util.scanner. So I'm using the scanner to do that. I'm calling feed. You can call it anything you want to. And here I'm getting actually the name of the first person. It says enter the first and last name for the first person. And I want to let them know separated by spaces. Don't hit enter. Separated by spaces. And maybe I'll use print instead of print line again. So I'm going to have two lines. This will show up on the first line. That's a /n, go to the next line, and this will show up on the second line. I was afraid they might not fit there. If you can fit them on one line, you want to do them on one line, then that's fine. Just take the plus and take this one out and just continue typing. So now here we go, string sg1, that's string 1, equals, we're going to read that. So input dot, oh, not input, I use what, feed here. Feed dot what? Well, if you're going to use separate by space, it has to be next. and do the same thing for the last name. Let me copy that. Command C, doesn't want to copy for some reason. Command V, and let's call this S2. And now once you finish with that, let's put them together to make the first name. So a string P1 for person 1 equals SG1, any name you want to use, plus single quotation, single, not double. Well, I could use double. Double with the space between them, plus SG2. So I want to put the first name. You know what? Let's do this one. Let's do the second name first. Plus, let's put a comma, space, then a plus, and let's put the first name. Let's write them that way. It's called concatenation. Take the second name, add to it comma, space, then add to it the first name. That's person 1. And if you copy that and paste it again, and just make it for number 2, copy. For the second person, and if you're going to use SG1, you don't have to define them because you already defined them up there. They know that's a string. Same thing with this one, SG2. You can still use them again because once I put the name together, I don't care about these values. I'm not interested in them, but this will be person number 2. So that takes the two names, put them together to make one name, long name. And now we're going to compare and see which one of these names goes first. If you were to file these names, is this name going to go first or is it going to go second? So here, so this one, get the names and put them together. So this section gets the first and last name. First, let me just put first here. And combine them together. To make one name. I'm not going to type all that. One finger typing is a pain. I'll say one day I'll learn typing, but I'm close to 65 years old, so I'm not going to learn anymore. That's it. I'm done learning. So now let's compare. Compare the two names. So how we compare them? We go if what? If person 1 dot compare to, that's a built-in function, built-in method, parentheses, person 2. If that value is less than 0, if person 1 dot compare to person 2 is less than 0, then we're going to do what? Let's write that sys-o P1. Is that looks like I use uppercase. That's why it's giving me a flag. Capital letters here. If that's less than 0, that means, yep, the first person actually is smaller than, alphabetically smaller than or before the second person. So the names, oh, let me print this. File, we'll say file the names in this order. I don't know, file the names in this order. In the order, I will just say in the order of what? Person 1 first, double quotation, first. Before, I'll say before, we'll just say before with a space between them. Before, space, and I'm going to person 2. That tells them file, you know what, I don't have to write all this stuff. File person 1 before person 2. As I say, I don't think about these, so I just swing them as we go. So my mind goes 1,000 miles per hour. Else, if the value is not less than 0, that means person 2 is actually bigger than person 1. You want to reverse that. Oh, let me just push this one down. Command V. And this one, I'm going to file person 2 first before person 1. So if the value less than 0, that means this one's smaller than that. If the value is 0 or higher, it will give you either 0 or higher. That means person 2 is actually bigger than person 1. There we go. It says enter the first and last name for the first person separated by spaces. C space Haddad. There's going to be a problem. Enter for the second person. Notice I'm trying to type Joe here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Hit enter. File Haddad before Haddad comma Joe before Haddad comma C. Yep, Joe goes before Z when you file them. Now let me reverse them. Let's see, person number 1 is Karen Clark. And person number 2 is Tim Moore. File Karen Clark before Moore. So it knows which one to type in order. It looks for them. It decides if this one should be first or that one should be first. So we learn how to concatenate, add names together. Notice I put a space, comma, and a space between them. You can see that in the name Clark, comma, space Karen, Moore, comma, space Tim. And this one compares them to C. Just a short little program to show you how we deal with strings.